So when it comes to Marvel Studios, I'm pretty sure everybody loves what they've done so far, or at least the majority of the people. But there's always that lingering thing in the distance, which is of course the disconnect between the TV side and the film side. Now, of course, the films never directly reference much of what's happening on the TV side, but the TV side makes a few mentions here or there just to kind of establish when it's taking place. Now, of course, this could change in the future, but for right now, things just seem to be going the way they've been going for the last couple of years. You're not getting the Defenders or any of those characters to appear in Infinity War or anything else, but that doesn't mean they haven't thought about it. So let's see what the directors of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Avengers Infinity War had to say. Joe Russo said, and I quote, "We've all considered, but the trick is that we already have at least 60 characters with whom we must tell a story, and it's hard enough to communicate with Taika Waititi, Ryan Coogler, Scott Derrickson, Peyton Reed, and James Gunn at the same time. Not to add all the showrunners and TV crews to this. The latter is also led by totally different people, so it's practically impossible. Our job is to focus on the Marvel film world and offer a satisfying climax." So let me try to break down the simplest way I can. So Avengers Infinity War and Avengers 4 are the big films. Every other film that's building up around it, like Black Panther had to, like Captain Marvel in the future does, like the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp. The directors of Infinity War and Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige had to sit down and go piece by piece figure out what can these other movies say that doesn't contradict anything or that might be too much or too little, and really figure it out, and then talk to those directors and those script writers to make sure everything makes sense, which is a long process. Then on the TV side, which the Netflix shows are all shot and taking place in New York, this is on the other side of where they're doing the post-production and everything for the Marvel Studios film over in California, and even shooting in Atlanta. So to get everything to line up would be a headache itself. And when you consider how TV is handled as opposed to the movies, they would pretty much have to go through so many things just to be able to add any of these characters in there, which definitely wouldn't be a problem. But when you have so many different hands in different studios all trying to take the same piece of the pie and then trying to still line things up to work together, you can kind of understand why this might be out of reach for now. But that's not to say it's not going to happen. Just right now, it's a little impossible because they're focusing on Infinity War.